Hey, what up, though? This your boy Los. I'm up in the building trying to do good things for the women and children. That's my call sign. You heard it before, now I want you to hear it for sure. We're at a crossroads. I feel like Forrest Gump after he ran that long race and then he stopped and he feel like, now what's next? He just stopped running and he went on with the next level of his life. I've been building and trying to create something so long. Now it's time to maneuver and execute the plan. So it's a shift. And I shifted into 2 points. I shifted into 2 positions. My first position is I wanted to do 2 shows. One show was going to be BarTalk, which was something that was pre-led by my brother Lawrence Tubbs, God rest his soul. And the next one was In the Mix, which is a studio-driven podcast where I'm going to be doing some interviews as well as content creation for you, the people. And if you decided that, I would like for you to watch the show in its entirety because I'm going to have a few cameras. We're going to be doing some interviews with some artists here in the studio and online, but we're going to be doing some live content creation. And in that content creation, we may make a song, we may make whatever it is that we create. It could be even a live concert, if you will. If I have, maybe a band that comes in, it could be kind of like a NPR, where they got that tiny desk. I don't want to use their moniker, but kind of like a tiny desk type of live concert. But whatever it is, it's going to be made up on the fly. And whatever it is, if you're watching the show, which is you're going to get the stories and the backstories and what's the motivations and people's inner workings. See, like me, I have a story myself. My story is wild. My story is because, there's nobody can say that they've been through a lot and then come out on top. Well, there's a lot of people that can say it, of overcoming adversity, because that's what HTV Studios was built on. But my story is a story of overcoming adversity. And I had a lot of obstacles in my life that I had to overcome, from my mother being shot when I was a baby, killed. My father, he wasn't around. He was alive, but he wasn't. I think I may have seen him. I could count on one hand how many times I seen him during my youth. So I know I don't have an alt against him. I don't even know the circumstances of why we didn't see each other. The only thing I know is when I did finally reconnect with him, it was good. I wasn't even mad, at him. So it was what it was. He got me here. I'm good. I'm Gucci. My grandmother did the best she could, but she couldn't give us nothing. She couldn't give me nothing because it was 12 of us. It was 12 of us. How can I have something when there's so much to go around? Just putting food on the table was a lot. The shit was a lot. So now we got to get it out the mud. When I say out the mud, my first pair of designer sneakers was some hand-me-downs from my boy Rob. God rest his soul. It was some Adidas top 10s, all white. With the holes in the bottom, and I was thankful to get it. That's how we had, I used to go to school. I was in Stratford. When I went to school, they would always give me lunch that the kids didn't eat, to take home, because I always wonder, I gotta come up. In my kindergarten, first and second grade, it was like a elementary school, and they would give me food to take home and eat. And I be wondering, I'm like, wow, these people is just so nice, but I wonder why they so nice to me. They realize this little nigga don't have nothing. He's poor. He's coming in, he's truly indigent. I didn't even know what indigent mean, but I know they're just little poor black kids, but that was me. And hard times built the character of work ethic that I adapted right here. I have a love for music, so I adapted that and put it into the sphere that I'm going to now be working in. And the people that I had around me, which was me and my brother, we had a common goal, a common interest, and we putting it inside of this thing. Now, this thing, which is 2, is going to be only 2 things. That's all I'm really working on, In the Mix and BarTalk. So BarTalk is going to be, you know, conversations. It's a podcast, pod show, because, you know, they're going to be live entertainment as well as, you know, recorded entertainment. But the biggest thing is this in the mix. I think it's going to go viral. I think this thing is going to go viral because we was going to be doing some live interviews. But in those live interviews, we're going to be getting people's story. But in the mix is going to be live content creation from people online, because in a Zoom call, you know, you'll be able to get inside of the project, you know, and if you're an artist or a musician or a content creator, or if you're a writer, you can actually get your stuff inside of the production. So at the end of the podcast, once the conversation is done, once all the content creation is done, you know, whoever watched it can download. We're going to send them a download link to download the actual content. So it's going to be a real thing. It's going to be some real good conversation. And then, you know, people's stories. That's going to be the biggest thing. And that's what History HTV Studios was built on. Overcoming adversity. People that have a life that I consider extraordinary. That'd be a word. I would call it extraordinary, because my life is extraordinary. And because all of the obstacles and hurdles that I had to go through as a youth was probably, it's probably about as rough as you can get. It's probably about as rough as you can get. Mother, dead. Father, gone. Went to jail at a young age, and then I had to get out and make my life over. Now I got a record, and I gotta try to make life for a family, which is so hard when you got all of these obstacles. So, you know, now that I have an opportunity, I've been running this race for so long. Now it's time to stop and start again, start anew, and start doing things from scratch. Right now, I got a blank canvas with 2 pens, with 2 paint brushes. Paintbrush number 1 is BarTalk. Paintbrush number 2 is in the mix. And these 2 is gonna, I believe, they say, you know, in the Bible it says your gift will make room for you. This is my gift. My gift is to give back to the people and support those who don't have it, because I root for the underdogs. I'm rooting for you. This your boy Los. I'm up in the building, trying to do good things for the women and children. That's my call sign. Holla at your boy.